If you're inside of Claude Code's community inside of Reddit, you might have seen in the past week a bunch of different posts about migrating over to Codex or just complaining about Claude Code. This one was 3 days ago, so I switched to Codex from Claude 20X Pro plan. Here's why. Claude Code deleted my project while being tasked to push it. Now, 20 hours ago, there's this post switching to Codex is just you procrastinating from real work. And yeah, I'll talk more about that throughout the video, but I actually believe these are one of the reasons why some people are always migrating from one tool to another. There's this guy that wrote, I've been using Claude Code daily since April. Yesterday, I canceled Claude Max for Codex. But then there's also some other post that says, tried Codex after all the noise here and I'm hating it profoundly. This was so recurrent that eventually I posted about this. I mean, in a single day, I got canceled my Max plan today, canceled Max $100 plan. I canceled my 20X plan. So it really just felt like they're either bots or engagement farming. I mean, just 1 month ago, I made a comparison with GPT-5 versus Claude Opus 4.1, and either the comments were strongly in favor of Claude just being overall just better, or a bunch of people just saying that with GPT-5, they were able to work normally. So, I mean, even if you look at it through the SWE bench, they are pretty close to one another. The Claude Sonnet 4, not even the Claude Opus, it didn't get a score higher than Claude Sonnet 4 for that bench, but it's pretty close to GPT-5. And what I'm trying to say here is that the difference isn't that large to justify all these people going over to Reddit and posting that they're migrating over to Codex. It was really feeling like a herd mentality where one person posted about it, they gained a lot of attention because of it, and then a lot more people just followed up on that. But I didn't want to make a video about that before because honestly, Claude Code was a bit worser than usual. Not completely like unusable like some people are saying here, but just slightly dumber. So yesterday, Claude posted this on their X account. We've found and solved 2 issues that were affecting quality in some Claude responses. So down here, they share a status page, which is this one, and has a more complete log of what happened and what they did to solve the issues. So last week, we opened an incident to investigate degraded quality in some Claude model responses. We found 2 separate issues that we've now resolved. We are continuing to monitor for any ongoing quality issues, including reports of degradation for Claude Opus 4.1. Resolved issue 1. A small percentage of Claude Sonnet 4 requests experienced degraded output quality due to a bug from August 5th to September 4th. Now, it's funny because there was another issue and they solved it as well. Then they specify that importantly, we never intentionally degrade model quality as a result of demand or other factors. This is because a lot of people were presuming that Anthropic was doing some kind of A/B testing, and that would justify why some people weren't having issues using Claude Code, while others were finding a lot of glitches, a lot of errors, and were complaining frequently in Reddit. Now, funny enough, a few hours before Claude posted this, Sam Altman had posted, I have had the strangest experience reading this. I assume it's all fake bots, even though in this case, I know Codex growth is really strong, and the trend here is real. Then he notes, I think there are a bunch of things going on. Real people have picked up quirks of LLM speak. The extremely online crowd drifts together in very correlated ways. The hype cycle has a very, it's so over, we're so back extremism. Optimization pressure from social platforms on juicing engagement and the related way that creator monetization works. Other companies have astroturfed us, so I'm extra sensitive to it, and a bunch of more, including probably some bots. But the net effect is somehow AI Twitter, AI Reddit feels very fake in a way it really didn't a year or 2 ago. Now, I see this in 2 ways. Either Sam Altman is being sincere and notice that the amount of new users in Codex doesn't align with the amount of people saying they're migrating over to Codex. Or this can just be those type of posts where he is kind of acknowledging this and reinforcing that this behavior is happening. Even though he's complaining about it, he's talking about it. And the fact that he's talking about it motivates more people to look into Codex and see if it actually isn't better than Claude Code. But my honest opinion is that we're going through the Dunning-Kruger effect. And I remembered about this effect while watching Mark Kashef's video, the AI map nobody gives you, but should, where he talks about a lot of people just being addicted to learning about AI and not really building, not really creating something using AI to make some money. And we can kind of find that throughout tool usage. So a bunch of people sign up to using NAN. They start praising NAN as well as Lovable or really any tool as if it were the best possible tool, and there's no problem in really enjoying the tool that you're using. It's even pretty nice. The problem is most people just get to this point right here. They are able to create, let's say, a RAG implementation, or maybe not even a RAG implementation, just a chatbot, like a simple chatbot. And this gets them to the peak of stupidity. And why so? Because they are highly confident as they think they know a bunch of things, but actually in the wisdom sense, they are back here. And most of the times they still need to learn all this, or at least till this point, to create something actually useful. Now, what ends up happening is the ones that push a bit more, they get into the valley of despair. I mean, they have progressed, but now they understand the level of complexity needed to solve a bunch of different problems. And so instead of climbing this and going through the hard route, what most people do is find a new tool, a new something special that'll get them a lot of money fast and easy. So yeah, they're basically back to the amount of stupidity, because here is their comfort zone. And they'll likely start preaching about this new tool until they actually try to implement something a bit harder, get to the valley of despair again, and then find another tool that will get them back to their comfort zone. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff being built with AI. There's a lot of pretty cool vibe coding tools as well, but some of them, the entire market of some of these vibe coding tools is meant to keep you right here. You never actually create something interesting, valuable, or that could even get you any money, but you feel comfortable because you built something. So yeah, I'm not just defending Claude on this one. The thing is, I've been using Claude to build my own projects, and it has been going through pretty fine. Most of the complaints I read inside of those Reddit posts were people complaining that Claude Code was creating mock-up data instead of actually fetching for it or trying to create the right way to fetch for that given data. I personally feel like this specific case is just skill issue. I know that the LLM, when it's performing extremely well, it will kind of deduce what it needs to do. You don't need to keep giving it a lot of context, but you really don't want to keep leaving everything over to the AI. You have to prompt it in a way that it's nearly deterministic on what it needs to achieve and how it should achieve what it needs to. In my community, I have a MVP starter kit for web development, and there I have a Claude.md. Look at how much I specify in here so that it maintains the right context for doing whatever it needs to be done inside of this specific project. And it isn't just this Claude.md. I actually refer to all of these other files so that it knows how it should handle each one of these features, like admin, whenever it needs to use APIs or create APIs, authentication, database, design patterns. I just feel like a lot of people are buying into the vibe coding aspect and think they don't have to do any work themselves, or at least set the ground for the project so that the AI has the right context to build whatever they need for that given project. Yeah, so that is it for this video. I really felt like getting that out there. Nice builds for everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. So then.